Всем привет! Продолжаем проходить Fourville. Это уже 4-я серия. Так, мы в прошлый раз остановились на миссии Хаксли. Да, он не тяжелый. Встретиться с Хаксом в его доме. Пойдем. Он хочет нам что-то рассказать интересное. Хакс живет на самом верху. Да, вот.
Your face. Something happened?
Do you like my outfit today?
Through this door is where I keep my brother, locked away in a cell. He's a super mutant, like me, except he's not like me. He's dangerous, and he'd kill anyone he got his hands on. I need your help to cure him.
Super mutants don't scare me. I'll help you.
Thank you so much. I've been trying for so long, but I can't do it on my own. My brother and I were born a long way away, in a vault, Vault 17. One day, it was raided by super mutants. They dragged us all outside, every one of us. Seeing natural light for the first time burned my eyes. They took us to a military base where they turned us into these creatures, made us fight in an army. When we were defeated, we scattered. My brother and I traveled round the country looking for a cure. Over time, my brother's mental state deteriorated. His aggression was out of control. When we arrived at Fourville, the settlers were able to help me contain him in here. I've tried for decades to cure him, but nothing has worked.
Don't give up hope. If there's a cure, we'll find it.
Thank you. It means a lot to hear you say that. There are a few avenues I haven't explored yet. At first I tried synthesizing the cure using super mutant blood as a base, but that didn't work. I considered behemoth blood might be more potent, but I've not been able to get my hands on any. Another possibility is that creature, Swan. I suspect he was created with the FEV. Any of these possibilities will only work if the sample is fresh. It's no good looking out for an old corpse. I also considered that the Institute might have a cure, but I have no idea how we'd get access to it. Please, save my brother.
Scanners have picked up some super mutants in the area.
Так. Найти кровь. Да. Супертанк бегемот. И все, да, иди найти в институте сыворотку. Ну, до института я так и не дошел пока что. Он для меня еще легенда. Потом пойдем искать. Так, на карте нам покажут, интересно. Что это? Что это? О, выборы начнутся через 3 дня. Прикольно. Так, покажи. Что это нам показывается? Больница Милтон, станция... А, там типа этот... будет. Супермутант бегемот, да? Это типа показывается, где они заспавнились. Так, причал. Все, я понял, где это. Понял. А так, хорошо. Пойдем к тебе.
Hey,
Get your guns here.
got any work?
Sure do. The same as before. Take the guns of the buyer, then come back here and collect your money.
Hi.
I'm very busy right now. Please leave me alone.
Fourville security.
What can I
is
do
here
for you, my dear?
Do you have anything for me?
I've given you all I
Don't need anything today.
already, dear. You take care of yourself.
Хорошо. Я ничего нет, да? Сейчас проверим, может быть, в музее что-нибудь появилось новое. 2 миссии у нас есть. Ой, расскажи что-нибудь.
Hey,
Welcome back to the Fourville Museum. How can I help you today?
Работу дай.
looking for more work if you got any.
I'm afraid I don't have anything more.
I'm just gonna take a look around.
You're welcome to take a look around any of the exhibits or ask.
Ясно. Все еще жадничает. Так, вот этого надо около лофти навестить. Так, ты где? Ты у себя в раскопках? Ага, что-то делает.
Oh, leave me be.
А, вот оно как, обиделись. На самого же себя, да? Понятно. Собрал в пещере самолет. Еще и обиделся. Leave me alone. Так, у Роска ничего не будет.
Paperwork, paperwork,
Yeah.
paperwork.
Hey.
If it ain't my favorite bounty hunter, you looking for more work?
Да, ищу.
So, I take it there's another job.
You bet your backside there's more. People always come round here trying to cause trouble. We can't always keep 'em out. Let's see who's next on my list. You'd better be careful with this one. They call him Boom Boom Banger on account of the explosives he likes to chuck all about the place. You be careful around him, okay?
Ух, какой. Бум-бум.
Paperwork, paperwork, paperwork.
I hope you're keeping out of trouble.
Так, я хотел вниз.
Buy my guns.
All my food is home cooked today.
Так, а здесь кто в серединке-то? А, рабочих. И Чак. Чё, как там гидролопата, интересно. Лопата как лопата.
Best guns in the Commonwealth sold here.
О, к большим ушам давно не заходили. Ну, послушать его.
Well, hello. Hey there.
Look here, children. A new visitor here for story time. Would you like to join us, stranger?
That'd be great.
That's great. I know just the one to tell you. Why don't you take a seat and we can get started? All right, everyone. Listen carefully. I'm going to tell you a happy story. All of this took place a long time ago. All the way back in 2034. Can you imagine that long ago?
2034? Wow, that's so long ago.
Are you that old, Mr. Nally?
Now, children. Don't you know it's rude to ask an old man his age? As I was saying, this took place a long time ago. People used to live a lot longer then, but there were no ghouls.
That's so weird.
That meant it was common for younger members of society to look after their older relatives. Our story takes place in a house just like that. There was a man named Thomas, and he lived with his young wife, Martha, his son, Jake, and his elderly father, Pete.
Pete! Like Mr. Roscoe!
That's right. I suppose they do have the same name. This family lived happily together, taking part in all the great American traditions like Christmas, Thanksgiving, and baseball. When Thomas looked at what he had, it made him happy. These are truly the best days of my life, he thought to himself.
What happened next?
I think that's a story for another time. I wouldn't like to spoil you.
Это все или еще что-то будет?
Did you enjoy the story?
Yes, very interesting.
I'm glad you think so. I do enjoy telling people my stories. Anyway, you're always welcome to come back and listen to another one if you want. We enjoyed having you at Storytime.
Excuse me.
Look here, children. My new friend has come to join us for Storytime. Care to join us for a story?
Sounds good.
That's great. I know just the one to tell you. Why don't you take a seat and we can get started? Get your tissues ready, children. I'm going to tell a sad story today. Does everyone remember Pete from the last story?
The old guy?
With the same name as Mr. Roscoe?
That's right, children. As you remember, Pete was very old at the start of our last story. Unfortunately, when little Jake was just starting school, Pete died.
Oh no! Sad.
It was a difficult time for the family. But Pete had been ill for a long time, so they were ready for it. Even though Pete was gone, he wanted to provide for his family after his death. He'd saved up all his money in something called a bank. When he died, Thomas was given that money, and he was able to pay off all his debts and buy his son nice things.
So, it was happy in the end?
The family still missed
Anything
Pete,
you want to talk about?
but they
Being
made
psychic.
sure to live the rest of
Hello,
their
friend.
lives in a way which would honor his memory and the sacrifices he made for them. I think that's all we have time for right now, children.
Thank you, Mr. Nally.
Спасибо за истории. Идем попозже еще послушать. Так. Кому еще можно подойти? А, я знаю кому. Храм. Церковь.
Pardon me.
Now that you are a member of the Church of the Four, you are entitled to enter our sanctum. There, we hold a sacred item of the Four which you can contemplate. That is just one of 2 artifacts which our church holds.
Can you tell me about them?
In our sanctum, you will find the artifact of perception. Through this artifact, we believe that the Four watches over us. You will have seen the other when you attend my sermons. The pulpit from which I preach is a communication system between myself and the Four. The creators used the device to give the Four instructions to open and close. While it no longer serves this purpose, the Four still uses it to talk to me on occasions.
It would be nice to know more about you.
Of course, sister. What can I tell you?
Lived here all your life?
No. I grew up on a small farm to the west. One day, I had a dream where the Four called me here to serve him. I have lived here since the day I passed through the gates. The Four has always provided for me.
What do you know about Vault Tech?
Oh, you mean the creators. The creators created the Four to watch over us. All things must have a beginning, after all. Of course, the creators are the exception, for they are eternal.
Why don't you just tell me about yourself?
I'm so proud of the work we do here.
Tell me more.
Our church looks after all the lost souls who need the Four's protection.
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. Is there something else you needed?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
Why, yes, there is. I'm interested in learning more about the Four's brethren, especially those further from the Commonwealth. I've heard of a place called Far Harbor, where some say such a site lies. If you could recover an artifact from the creators from there, the church would be most grateful.
Ишь, как загнули. А я там еще не был. Почему украсть только?
Hell yeah. Nice.
Никто же не увидел, да? Ты не ругайся, Европа. Так, найти доставка, награда и артефакт. Хорошо, пойдемте сначала с оружием. Доставим. Это самый простой квест. Так, сейчас по карте посмотрим, что где. Альянс. Это у нас... Ага, понял. Около Лексингтона. Награда Форвиля 3. Что это? Где это? А, это в баре в Клевере, да? Надо будет с него тогда начать. Бар Клевер. Потом... Или нет? Нет разницы, нет. Пыньк. Убежище 118. Это у нас Фар-Харбор. Надо будет забежать. И он не тяжелый. Ну, это мы уже видели. Это далеко... Далеко, да, в Универмаге Фрилансе. Хорошо. Пошли. Так, только надо посмотреть. А, уже время спать пора. Все, поспим, покушаем и побежим. Так, ну что, вот мы подходим к Альянсу. О. Вот этот. Он мне нужен. Как отлично. Как совпало. Так, дай мне свою кровь. Разбегался тут. А у него, наверное, и не будет. Пакет светящейся крови, это оно интересно. Скорее всего, нет. Скорее всего, надо убить именно того, который... Да, надо убить именно того, который отмечен на карте миссии. Это же бегемот был? Это бегемот. Грустно? Я уже обрадовался. А, тут уже открыто. То есть я уже заходил внутрь, да? Хорошо. В смысле? Почему вы злые? Не понял. Немножечко не понял прикола. Это они, наверное, из-за врагов открыли двери, и я такой зашел внутрь и все испортил, да? И открыть огонь-то страшно. Чтобы все не нарушить. Все дружбы народов.
Let's do. I think we're done for now.
to do a soft tissue analysis afterwards.
Mobility restrictions lifted for limited usage. We're done. Let's do this.
Да, серьезно? Не жители, так супермутанты, да? Понятно. Забросали своими гранатами. Что-то как-то не хотят, чтобы мы начинали отсюда. Опять?
Die, you scum. Take the good with the bad, I guess.
На третий раз-то все будет нормально, да? Ну, я вижу, он уже тут. Так, двери опять открыты. Но я чувствую, нам туда нельзя пока что. Да.
Let's just ignore this place and get the fuck out of here.
I'm people loitering around. Not good for the nerves.
I'd like to visit.
Since you're a first timer, there's something you gotta know first. We don't just let anyone inside. There's an entrance test. We call it the safe test. Everyone's gotta take it.
Interesting
Проходим.
idea. Between you and me, what's the test for?
I probably shouldn't say nothing, but listen. We want to make sure only good people come into Covenant. No undesirables. Nobody that ain't actually what they seem, you know?
I'm new to the area. What do you mean by undesirables?
But you don't know about... Jesus, listen. Not everyone in the Commonwealth is human, okay? Some are... synths. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. Just take the test. Pass, and you can come inside where everything's safe. All right?
Sure.
Good. Take a seat, and we can begin.
Тут вон две девочки
Yes.
стоят.
They're one of my favorite things.
Не пропускают они.
love you.
So let's begin. There ain't no wrong answers. You are approached by a frenzied scientist who yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What's your response?
I'd say up yours too, buddy.
You'd say that. Next question. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection on his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate. The doctor has stepped out for a while. What do?
Amputate the foot before the infection spreads.
Amputation. Next question. You discover a young boy lost in a cave. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do?
I lead the boy to safety, then turn him over to someone in charge.
Very curious. Congratulations! Hey, you made it onto a baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
Знать бы этот американский футбол еще. Питчер, кетчер, отбивающий футбол. Отбивающий я понимаю, что такое. Кетчер и питчер что такое.
I don't play baseball. I play soccer.
Are you certain about that?
А,
Never mind. Next question. Your grandmother invites you to tea, but you're surprised when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill someone. What do?
I give her whatever she wants to spare his life.
Typical Class B. Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed?
I'd grab a bobby pin and pick the lock.
And that is all you do? Nothing else? Wait, don't answer. Next. Oh no. You've been exposed to radiation and a mutated hand has grown out of your stomach. What's the best course of treatment?
I'd cut off the mutated tissue with a precision laser.
Technological bias. A neighbor is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1. You want it. What's the best way to obtain it?
I'd trade him for one of the comic books I own.
You're almost done. Last question.
Наконец-то.
You decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father. You enter his private restroom when no one is looking and...
Change the wattage on the razor. Give him a shock the next time he uses it.
Test's over. No one's ever answered quite like you. But hey, you passed. I'll open up the gate.
Ура!
This place looks very suspicious, mistress. Please be careful. I don't trust this at all.
Давай.
Are you Mike's guy? Have you got the stuff?
Да, я парень Майка.
I've got it right here.
Great. Come on, hand it over, quick.
Отлично. Что у нас дальше? Наконец-то. Бум-бум, салют. Угу. У нас бах-клевер. Не очень хорошее место, но побежали. Ну что, мы приближаемся к бару Клевер. Слышу, есть стрельба. Так, здесь нам бум-бум салюта надо убить.
This is all just another day for me.
Shit, headshot.
Понятно, кто это. Всегда.
Hurry this up.
I could go for a mute. Sir. Disengaging hyper combat.
Нет, нет.
Motherfucking cunt whore. Die, mutant scum.
С тобой-то что? Тетя,
Get the hell out of my face.
снись. Забаговалась тут. Ух. Отбились. В смысле, вот. Я на стелсе. Никто. На втором этаже. Опять с РПГ, серьезно. Почему все цели, которых нам надо найти, они все с РПГ? И что нам надо у тебя забрать? А, вот, паяльная лампа. Ва-ва-ва-ва-ва-ва-ва. Так, ну все, пошли дальше. Найти образец супермутанта. Вот это будем делать. Это у нас далеко, как я помню. Да, это далеко. Относительно. Мы-то сейчас быстренько добежим. Так, хорошо, мы подошли к универмагу Фэланс. И здесь нам нужно найти где-то кровь. Интересно. Возможно. О, опачки. В смысле? Это как? Он внутри, что ли, застрял?
How's it going?
Да ну...
Protection on a...
Точно? Точно на улице? Да. Может быть, нам поможет войти и выйти? Может, сейчас повезет, и он внутри окажется. Это очень грустно. А! Понятно. Все как обычно. Ну что, попытка номер 2. Так, бегемет я уже понимаю, он не подойдет. А может быть и подойдет. Сейчас посмотрим. Я очень на это надеюсь так-то. Что у него есть? Нету у него того, что нам надо. Их клетка зато есть.
Sweet. Let's do this.
This is fucking bloodborne, I tell ya.
Он, да, он внутри где-то. И что делать? Как он внутри оказался? Ватс тоже его не ловит. Сейчас попробую его увидеть. Да, во, вижу его гидрант. Серьезно. Блин, вот представляете, на выживании играть или там на приставках какие-нибудь люди играют. У них же нет консоли. И вот что им делать в таком случае? О, вот он, дядька. Что мне с тобой делать? О. В смысле, а вы тут откуда? Так, я хочу еще разочек попробовать зайти и выйти. О, камни-то падают. Может быть, сможем? Подожди, я сохраняюсь. Подожди. Не шуми так. Кого? О, вы на него напали. Вы его уже видите? О, он выходит. Главное его убить так, чтобы можно было взять. О, умер. Ебать. А! Вот что это? Откуда? Благо сохранился. Благо есть моды, которые разрешают сохраниться на выживании.
I'm the last human you're ever gonna lay eyes on.
Itching.
Давай, давай. Выталкивай его сюда. Давай, давай, давай.
Kill everything.
Давай, падай сюда. А в смысле? А как так? Как подобрать? Блин, он далеко упал.
Bingo.
Придется умирать. Где ты? Где ты? Помоги мне. Помоги мне. Я тут. Я тут. Помоги. Очень много смертей сегодня. Очень. Я хочу сделать эту миссию, не прикасаясь к консоли. Давайте, вытягивайте его сюда.
Kill. Hey, look into my eyes.
Е. Да, вот, образец крови бегемота. Третьего раза. Жесть какая. Молодцы.
Yes.
Девчата молодцы. Так, и что у нас осталось? И осталось убежище 118. Естественно, я там тоже не был. Так, нам нужно... это у нас далековато. Очень далековато. Ладно, пошли сдавать миссии эти. Все, наконец-то пришли сюда. Сейчас сдадим миссии. Сначала наведаемся к доктору. Опять меня кашель замучил, видимо, инфляция. Ой, инфекцию поймал. Тебя здесь нет, да? Ладно.
Your thoughts?
Let's take the time to loot everything in this place.
Ну?
Do you have anything that might help my brother?
I've got that sample you wanted.
That's incredible. Thank you so much. I'll run some experiments and see if I can make it into a working cure.
Так, хорошо. Подождать теперь нужно. Окей, ждем. Не, ты меня излечи. Я понял, что ты... Все, да. Грустно. Грустно. А у меня и нет антибиотиков, да? Конечно. Что у меня? Я просто кушать хочу. Господи. Что ты так кашляешь-то? Ладно, пойдем дальше. Работает он, лекарство. И поэтому лечить не будешь сейчас, да? Дядя уже ушел. Ладно, можно поспать. Располагаемся.
Sorry I was so snugglish and needy last night. I just love your warm body tightly against me.
Ну и все, теперь еще и паразиты появились.
How are things going?
Тихо, опять не на месте. Окей, идем тогда в церковь. В церкви-то всегда вы будете, да, следователь? Дверь такая незаметная, просто как вот весь этот хлам железный. И помню, в первый раз, когда проходила, я не знал, что здесь. И когда вот только большие уши мне сказали, я тогда и узнал об этом. А, блин, я же не сделал, я же не сходил. Чё я сюда пришел-то? Да. Поторопился. Она еще не анимирована, не двигается туда-сюда. Поэтому ее вообще не видно. Что мне сдать-то надо? А, Сандерс. Убийство.
I hope you're keeping out of trouble.
Roscoe is such a
I got the job done.
Why won't he
Boom
lighten up
Boom
for
Banger
once?
was a major worry for us in security. If he ever got in, he could blow the whole town apart. We'll sleep better now he's gone.
Отлично.
Fourville security is here for you.
Так, а вы так и не появились, да? Давайте подождем. Не проблема. Думаю, часика хватит. А, 6 утра только. Ну тогда 2 часа надо. О, этот появился. И Лоран тоже. Ой, стали застрял.
Hey there.
What do you need?
В смысле, что тебе нужно?
I got the
Миссию
job
сделал.
done.
Good work. Here's your money. If you want to run another job, you just let me know.
Хочу, но не сейчас. Пойдем к Лоран.
Hey, what can I do for you, my dear?
Дай мне
Do you
денег.
have anything for me?
I've saved up a little bit for you. Here, take it.
Сколько? О, спасибо.
Don't need anything today.
Already, dear. You take care of yourself.
Ну все, теперь побежали в убежище 118. Надеюсь, это не займет много времени.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter? What? Who are you? I'm sorry, but we don't have time for visitors or caravans or wherever you're from.
Так, чтобы попасть на Фар-Харбор, надо немножечко пройти вперед по сюжету. Я в нем еще не был. Но это быстренько.
I heard the shouting. You sound like you need help.
A good Samaritan? Fine. I'm out of options anyway, if you want to hear about it. My daughter is missing. It all started with this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No. She would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
I'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs, if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Окей, окей. По Харбор я уже много раз проходил.
Your thoughts?
Tell me if you need anything else.
Yeah.
Project log?
radio. Correction, working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... let's go with... Ohm's Law. That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
Mr. Nakano.
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
Tell me more about this radio she was fixing.
I've tried to get that damn thing to work over and over again, but there's nothing. I thought she just wanted to strip it for parts or build a toaster out of it, or something, like she usually does. Someone made contact with her, and then they took her. God, what kind of twisted psychopath has my daughter?
Anything more you could tell me about Kasumi? The smallest detail could be important.
I don't know what more to say. She's my little girl, and she doesn't know how dangerous this world is. I never should have let her grandfather teach her how to fix these machines.
Her grandfather? He taught her how to fix the radio?
Ever since she was old enough to walk, yes. Her grandfather had an ear for machines. Kasumi picked up the knack. He passed away recently. He used to scavenge the ruins in the south for parts. I kept telling him he was getting too old.
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, detective.
А я не говорил, что я детектив. Интересно. Этот квест просто активируется при знакомстве с Ником Валентайном. А там нужно послушать радио. И тогда активируется этот квест. И ты приходишь сюда, начинаешь тут смотреть все, изучать. И представляешь, можешь представиться как детектив.
Woof. I'm still a fucking dog.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but... God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal, from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synths. Synthetic people. Made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go. To meet these synths, I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from
there. Excuse me, Mr. Nakano.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
Удалось.
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor.
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. There's no time to waste. You have to go after her.
Wait, did you find out why she left, Detective? Who she was speaking to?
What does it matter?
Because I know my daughter, and if she didn't tell us where she went, then she had a reason. Don't you want to know if she wants to be found?
You're right, Detective. Did you find any clue to why Kasumi left home?
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
She's not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Maybe your daughter's just confused, having an identity crisis.
Oh, God. Does she even think we're still her parents?
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my ship on the dock. It has a guidance system. a final gift from my father, and it's built for distance.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. I know you haven't asked for a payment, and we can't offer much. But here, please take it. I insist. For expenses, if nothing else.
Хорошо. Мы получили доступ к лодке. И все, она заработала. Так, отлично. На этом мы сегодня заканчиваем. Серия вышла и так очень длинной из-за смертей и багов. Всем спасибо, кто был со мной. Подписывайтесь на канал, комментируйте, ставьте лайки. Всем пока.